The team at the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media would like to thank our corporate sponsor, Bryant Family Medicine. Thank you for everything that you have done for us with covering all of the wonderful athletes throughout the 13th region and the rest of the state of Kentucky. We would like to thank Heather Martinez as well for what she has done. We couldn't do it on our own. We would like to thank everyone who has helped us along the way: John Norris, Valerie Rutherford, Allison Messel, Larry Spicer, Shane Shackelford, just naming a few, for being a part of our team. As we embrace on another sports season, we would like to wish everyone the best of luck this season as you fight for a state championship. Thank you to all of the schools that has allowed us to come into their schools to cover their athletes and help them throughout their journeys on their high school careers. Let us all get ready for another high school sports season. But last but not at least, we would like to thank you. We are all building this together.
Hi, I'm Heather Martinez, active community member and your realtor. Give me a call or text 606-344-0217, or you can reach me by email, heather.martinezrealtor@gmail.com.
Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media presents Around the Region Sports Show, and I've still got Paul's Sports Show on there for some odd reason, and now I've got a bunch of little things in front of it. I have no idea why it's doing that. I don't even want to try to figure it out, but I'm Mark Greger alongside Ryan Garnett and Edward Hall. Ryan's here with us. I don't know if Edward's with us or not. The only thing I'm seeing is just a block there with the round circle showing he's muted. I think he's experiencing the stage fright thing again. But Ryan, how's it going?
Doing pretty good. It's been a stressful day in front of the TV today.
Yeah, we might talk a little bit about that here after a while. I think I know for sure what he's talking about. Been it's hard to say. It's been one of them weekends of sports. One of them most memorable weekends. Not the most memorable, but one that's going to go down for me personally. Just a lot of sports this weekend, and we'll harm into that a little bit here after a while. But still, don't know if Edward's having internet issues or if he's doing the stage fright thing or if he's doing the sharing thing. But Ryan, you might want to reach out to him and see what's going on with him. But we got a good show planned for tonight. We got from Knox Central, we got Kennedy Jones, and from South Laurel, Alicia Siler, and hopefully I'm pronouncing names right, or them young ladies are going to probably get me in a headlock, but hopefully we got their names right. But I'm sort of excited to have both these guests on because, like with Alicia, for one, of course, she plays golf, and Ryan, as far as I know of, we've not ever had a golf student athlete on our show. Am I right?
I would believe so. And the thing is I don't even have any questions wrote down for golf. So tonight I'm gonna have to wing it.
Well, you see that's what I was saying. We're going to have to learn from her. She's going to have to educate us because I know there's about the only thing I know about golf. I watched Happy Gilmore 1 and 2, and that. Well, I don't know. I watched Tiger going up. We was all Tiger Woods fans, and there's more to it just trying to hit the ball as far as you can. There's a whole lot of technique behind it, and I'm excited to get her on, just learn about the game. And Ryan, have you found out anything about Edward on what's going on with him?
I sent him a message, but it says delivered.
Well,
so,
hopefully.
I don't know yet.
Edward, are you here with us? Let's see if we could unmute him here. Oh, it said that they chose to mute themselves. So I don't know what's going on there, but hopefully we get him on soon. Edward, are you
Hey,
on?
it showed muted, so I don't know.
So I don't know what's going on there at all. But while we got a minute, let's go ahead and thank the photographers that has chipped in there and given us so many neat photos for us to be able to put these wonderful graphics up. And again, if it wasn't for them, no, we couldn't do these graphics that you and Edward does. But a big shout out to Keisha Ambergy, Jonah Deaton, John Dickinson, Scott Powell, Dennis Mills, Tanner Hoskins, Mater's Memories, Chrissy Brassfield, Bob Cornett, Erica Felty Marler, and Shanda Whitehead is what I've got on mine, with Valerie Rutherford, Allison Messer, and of course you, Ryan. Edwards gave us some photos. I'm sure I'm missing about 20 others, but
The bunch that gives uh, photos for out in Western Kentucky,
hmm.
out there in the around the second region.
And I also know that Edward knows a few too. So a big shout out to our sponsors, of course. We'll start with Bryant Family Medicine. And, hit and fall, the wind's getting a little bit more crisper. And, of course, when you're not feeling good, they're definitely the people to go and see. I don't know what there we go. And they're definitely the people to go and see. Not feeling good. I've trusted my family for years, and I highly recommend them. Go and if you're not feeling good, go and let them look at you. They'll take care of you. You'll come out there feeling $100. And another sponsor, this young lady, Heather Martinez, and that little QR code down there. Go ahead and go to her page, like her page, all that good stuff. That must be Edward playing the music for us now. Edward, are you with us finally?
I think he's messing with us again.
Yeah, I think Edward is finally with us. But go to Heather Martinez, like that page. Go look at the deals that she has to offer. And if you're in the market to buy or selling, she's definitely the hookup. But that being said, I think we are ready to bring on the one and only Edward Hall. Let's see if he comes through. Nope, and still no Edward. He just sits there and plays the music for us. Edward, are you even there? The ghost of Edward Hall sitting there playing music for us.
Because I didn't touch nothing.
Yeah, that would be but somebody that ain't ghosting and ain't scared to come on, because I actually see her in her green room over there. And well, now why is Heather Martinez popping back up? That has to be Edward messing with us. But that being said, somebody that ain't
Only Edward.
unless his kids got a hold of his stuff here, so we'll figure it out eventually. But that being said, let's go ahead and bring on our first guest, and hopefully I pronounced the name right. I'm going to say Alicia Seiler. Hopefully I pronounced that right. If not, she's going to probably get me in a headlock. Did I pronounce it right?
It's Alyssa Solid.
Alyssa Seiler. Okay. So I was close. And
You're
there's Edward. Edward comes with Alyssa. And I know what it is, Alyssa. Edward just didn't want to hang with us. He just was waiting for you to come on. And now here's Edward. So, Edward, you've been sitting there playing music, popping up Heather Martinez stuff. So, before we start asking Alyssa questions, how are you doing?
Well, I don't have a clue what you're talking about, but I'm doing pretty good other than that.
That's his story, ain't it, Ryan?
Yep.
Alyssa, was you watching some of this stuff before you come on? Did you see all the little graphics popping up and the music playing? I'm sure you've seen some of that.
Yeah, I saw it.
So blame that on Edward, okay? Just blame that on Edward. So See, you got busted this time, Edward.
I still
And
believe it was Brian, but
and before we start the interview, uh, a lot of people come on their show, they develop a hard hack. See, Ryan's starting to cough right now. And if you start coughing and hacking all over the place, go ahead and send all your doctor bills to Edward. He'll cover them for you. But Alyssa, thank you for coming on. And and be honest, you have opened the door, and so we've got to thank you for you coming to us because you are our first golf guest that we've had on our show, and I've been doing this for many years. So we're going to be learning a lot from you today, and you individually is going to help us on down the road whenever we bring guests behind you, or maybe if we ever get out to cover a golf tournament, we're going to probably use a lot of the stuff that we learned from you today on questions and stuff like that. And so we are very thankful that you come on today, that you'll be educating us on the game of golf, because we know that there's more to it than just getting up there and hitting the ball as hard as you can. But first off, thoughts about your season this year?
I've had a really good season this past year. I haven't shot above an 81. I'm region champ. I've got third place at a tournament. I've gotten close to getting higher than third place. I mean, I've had a really good season.
And you mentioned about region champ, and that was what I was going to ask you. Winning region, and I guess you're going to state. So, if you don't care, tell us a little bit about though how you feel about winning region, what all that meant to you. 'Cause I know you put a lot of hard work in it to get to this point, and then just tell us a little bit about how state works. And I don't even really even know where you go for state.
Region. So at first I was on the lead to get second place. At the turn, I was being beat by 2 or 3 strokes, and then I really put it together. Held it together, and I just tried my best. I put all into it, and I was able to get first place. And state, there's 2 rounds to it. The first round is at Winchester, and then the second is a 2-day tournament at Bowling Green.
No, we definitely wish you the absolute best of luck on that, and we're pulling for you. You got to keep in touch with us. Tell us what happens up there and stuff. And if you win the whole daggone thing, if you have any kind of pizza parties or anything like that, remember it's old fat guys. We'll come there and put down some pizzas for you. I promise. But in the game of golf, and I the only thing I've did at golf event, I think last year I helped cook at a golf tournament in Pineville, and I wasn't actually able to go and watch a whole lot of it. But in high school golf, like your clubs and stuff, do you have to pack them around yourself, or do you actually have caddies and stuff that does that for you?
Well, we have push carts, so we get to push them around, which makes it much easier, thankfully. So
And like on the scoring systems, you have like officials that like walk with you and keep scores for you, or do you just have to keep your own scores? Or
well, we get our own scorecard, but we switch it up with every girl in our group. So we don't get to keep our own. We get to keep somebody else in our group.
so does that? I know they're all fair and even Steven and stuff like that, but does it ever? Have you ever been to a point where you looked at your scorecard, you might have thought maybe you was a stroke better or something like that? Does that ever happen to you?
Well, towards the end, we all go through and check and make sure we have the right scores for each person. And then you also keep at the end of the scorecard just to double check with everybody. So thankfully, we don't have to go through. We don't have to go up there and have complications.
So there's never been a boxing match at the end of the 18th hole saying that you cheated me out of a hole or something like that, or
No.
no, not yet. But
No, it's not. It's not like Happy Gilmore that it does.
I know it. Well, I gotta ask you that. Rod led me into that. Are you a Happy Gilmore fan?
I love Happy Gilmore. I really do.
So do you have any happy at all in you? Do you like go to your happy place before you like knock one 400 feet or whatever?
Yeah, I hit it long just like him.
Have you ever tried to do the little happy hit, or is that almost impossible to do?
It's almost impossible to hit it like he does, but I've tried it and it didn't go as the same.
But Alyssa, I thank you for coming on. Edward, Ryan.
Uh, in golf, Dale, how does the point system kind of work?
Well, so each shot you hit is another stroke, and then at the end of that hole, you however many times you've hit it, and that's your score for that hole. And then at the end of the 9 or 18 holes, you just add up your score, and then the lowest is the best.
Okay, and Mark and Edward knows where I'm going with this because I always ask it to all of our athletes. What's your favorite?
And before you ask this question, London is blessed with many, many, many of them. They're not like Williamsburg or Pineville, these places.
Oh, you forgot Marvel, but what's your favorite restaurant to eat at in London?
Oh my gosh. Right now it's Jersey Mike's since it just opened. I love Jersey Mike's.
Have y'all ate at the new Zaxby's?
Yes, we have. It's really good too.
So how long did you have to wait in line at Zaxby's? Like an hour and a half?
No, we actually went there like a week or two after it opened, so we didn't have to wait long.
But Edward.
So I'm gonna have to ask you, what kind of like approach do you take to hit it off the tee?
Well, it's different each time. I have a routine. I take 2 practice swings each time, then I stand behind my ball, and I just kind of where my best shot would be, where my shot would be, where I line up.
So how does your practices and stuff like that work?
At practice, we usually just go to the putting green as much as we can. You never have finish putting, and then we also go to the range and work on things. Like,
So, I heard Mark talking about Happy Gilmore, so I'm going to have to ask you, during your time putting, have you ever seen anybody bring out a hockey stick putter yet?
no, not yet. We'll see how that goes.
Well, I mean, I just imagined that somebody would since part 2 came back out. But during the game, how much concentration do you have to have? Because see, like I've played golf, but it's just been like with a bunch of friends where it don't matter if like win or lose or whatever. So how much concentration do you have to have to that?
You have to stay pretty concentrated, or you will just not be able to hit it, I guess. But you just stay locked in the entire time.
Well, see, my only problem is I always keep hitting it in sand, no matter where it's at, and that's where I lose all ounce of concentration. It just don't work for me right there.
That's going to the beach.
So, when you're putting, you kind of like give me your approach into it. Do you look and see, like if you're running downhill, if it's sloping, or like how do you get ready to hit your putt?
See, I'll just go with it, and I kind of sit down and just look where the green's breaking, right. Then I'll just see how far I need to aim left, right, or any. That's bad with the putting.
Well, I thought I was getting ready to have him hacks Mark was talking about, but when did you find that you had the love for golf like you do?
Whenever I swung my first golf club.
Well, talking about swinging the first golf club, did you throw it after you swung it the first time?
I about did. It took me
Let's see. I remember my first one. They used to have a thing at South Laurel. I don't know if they still do or not now, but we used to have a thing called First Tee that we went to Wauseota Winds in Pineville. And the first time they took us out to the driving range to actually hit one, I think my club went farther than the golf ball. So, so what would you say like your average hit is?
My average hit. So for my driver, my yardage is 200 yards, 225.
That's a big hit.
Shot.
I've been to many driving ranges. That's a big hit.
Yes, it is.
I'm the longest girl in the region, probably. So
go ahead.
Alyssa, I know that you seem a pretty laid back young female, but when you said hit one of them 200, 225, and I know golf is a more of a laid back, how hard is it for you just to like, right here, folks, right here, because you just know that you have crushed one? I mean, is it hard for you like to restrain yourself? Because I know you need to be professional about it.
sometimes yeah.
So what would you consider
if I hit one that hard, I would be a Happy Gilmore running around, jumping around, and a little saddling deal. I just absolutely hammered that.
So where would you consider your favorite course at?
My favorite course is probably Burnside, where we just had region at.
So which one would you consider your least favorite?
I'd say Gibson Bay. It's really hard.
So is it like a more like wooded golf course, or is it just like what makes it more of like your least favorite?
It's very hit. Sometimes it can just be terrible.
But Mark?
Talking about courses, do you like a longer course or a shorter course? Are you more of a par 5 gal, or are you more of a give me the par 3s?
I mean, it really just depends on how I'm playing. I mean, I can do really good on a par 5, but the par 3s is where that's gotta hit it at.
But you have to be very athletic to do what you're doing and coordinated also. Are there any other sports that you do, or is it just golf only?
I just play golf. I've tried a lot of the other sports, but I'm not very athletic, so it's just golf.
Well, you've been a great guest, a great interview, and like I said, if I know Ryan and Edward well enough by now, they probably wrote down a whole notebook full of notes, and we're gonna be stealing some of your stuff later on about how to ask questions, and because just by us talking to you tonight has made us better for our next interviews on the next person we bring that plays the game of golf. You open that door for many others to come behind it. So we thank you for that, and wish you the best of luck in your future and your team also. I believe you got a teammate, if I saw that right, that might be going to state with you. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so good luck to her also. And just wish you all the best of luck. But before we let you go, we're going to ask 2 small favors from you. Or one favor, and then Edward's going to show you something. But last year we started Airfield of 64. Instead of playing like the sports basketball teams, we don't need to do that. So we went to our Field of 64 restaurants. And then by the time we went to our national championship, Texas Roadhouse won it all. So this year we decided to go on sports movies. So we're going to show you, if you don't care to vote on them, We're going to show you a couple matchups, and then you can pick the one that you like the best if you don't care. And then afterwards, I believe Edward will have some things to show you.
Okay.
Let's see if
Bull Durham against Rocky 4.
Rocky 4.
I know Alyssa had that in her. You know, you miss a purse, you got the club, you knock you out. I know she had it in her. 42 or Friday Night Lights.
42. I have to pick Friday.
The Longest Yard or Waterboy. That's like the Burt Reynolds one. That was probably about 30 years before your time there. That's like the 1974 version of it, or the Waterboy.
Waterboy.
We have talked to Adam Sandler a lot tonight. We Are Marshall against that movie we've been talking about, Happy Gilmore.
I'm a little biased because it's off, so I'm going to have to pick Happy Gilmore.
I think Happy Gilmore is going to win that. I like We Are Marshall, but I think Happy Gilmore is like way favorites for that one.
not as of before the show started. It was close.
Wow, I didn't see that coming. I guess that's the
I
reason
didn't
why.
either.
That's the reason why they are Marshall. Yeah, we ain't giving it up.
So we do tend to put together a couple graphics for each student athlete that does come on our show. And this is our way of saying thank you for taking the time to come on and especially educate us about a new sport. And I'm going to ask for a favor after I show you both of them. Kind of tell me which one of the two you like the most.
That one's really good. That one's really good, too.
So out of the first one or second one, which one do you like the most?
I like the second one the most.
Oh, the lightning strikes. Oh,
His head is not big.
Thank you. We're bringing her on every week. Every week. Thank you.
But I will get these sent over to Mark. That way he can get them sent out to you. And they will also be posted on all of our social media sites. And I just personally want to thank you for taking your time to come on. And thank you for helping educate us in a newer sport. And I want to wish you and your teammate the best of luck in your upcoming, state matchups you have.
Thank you all for having me.
Brian, you got anything for her?
Thank you, and go get a state championship.
I'll try my best. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, Lisa, you got one thing to do. You got win state. And if you win state, like I said, pizza party, you got some fat dudes, we'll go and eat some pizza for you. But just go get it. You got a good head on your shoulders. Your future's bright. Just do what you love. This is the best time of your life. And awesome interview. And we've learned a lot from you.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Great interview. And now I'm ready to go out there and just yeah.
If I owned a golf club, I would go hit this golf ball that I don't know where it came from.
When somebody just kidnapped my truck, and I ain't want to even look outside. I'm worried now. I'm just hearing it out there ribbing up. But yeah, that was a real good interview, and I reckon that would be, there's more to golf than just hitting the ball. I mean, anybody that's been on the tee, anybody that's been on them ranges knows how hard it is to hit them. And but Edward, if you don't care, go ahead and bring our guest on. I'm having a lot of honking outside, my truck ribbing up. I don't know what's going on out here, but I think they're trying to get my attention, see what's going on. But I'll be right back. And go ahead and bring on their guest here.
All right. So first off, thank you for taking your time to come on.
Thank you for having me.
And make sure I'm pronouncing everything right. Is it Kennedy Jones?
Yes.
All right. So before I hand you over to Ryan, I'm going to ask you, your thoughts on your season so far.
Our season, it's been really good so far. We have a winning record of 9-8. It's just been really good. We've been putting in the work all summer long, and we're just ready to finish it out.
Absolutely. But Ryan, I've got 1,000 questions, so I figured I'd let you go ahead and go first.
I mean, I don't care. You can go first if you want to. Since you started out, I'll just let you, and then I'll go before Mark.
All right. Well, I'm looking at your schedule as we speak, and it looks like you just came from I think it's the first priority volleyball classic they had, and you played some top-notch teams. You played Whitley County, Southwestern, Breathitt, and PRP. So I got to ask you, playing some of these competitions that you normally wouldn't see, how do you think that's going to get you and your team prepared for the district tournament?
I think just the harder competition, it's really helped us grow as a team and not get down on ourselves or get in our heads. It's just really pushed us to grow together and just play as hard as we can against them.
So I would say I got to see you firsthand up there at Bell County. I think it was the 2A sectional y'all was playing in. And I just got to ask you about some of them chants and cheers you all was doing. Is that something y'all have a practice on, or is that just something that came natural?
It's something that came natural. I feel like we've done it in previous years before, and it's just we've just carried on doing it.
Are you back, Mark? Or?
Yeah, I don't want to say what was going on out there, but got a truck stuck. It's nothing. The joys of live TV. Hopefully I'm pronouncing this right. Hopefully Edward straight. Is it Kennedy? Am I getting that right? Okay, Kennedy. Thank you for coming on. And we had all kinds of commotion outside my house before we brought you on.
That way you don't double ask. I asked her the thoughts of the question about the first priority volleyball classic she was just at, and about cheers that they did during some of the games. So.
Okay. Well, so if you had to ask you about your season, tell us so far about your season.
It's been pretty good. We've had a winning season so far. We're 9-8 right now. We've just really been putting in the work over the summer and just doing our best that we can.
I think I saw somewhere, and Ron's really, really good about this stuff too. And Edward also. I believe that you're if I'm saying this right, you're number 2 or was number 2 and kills in the 13th region per average. I don't know if the average is still there or if you're still at that number 2 spot, or you might even moved up. I don't know. That was the. Are you still there at the?
I'm not sure if I'm currently there or not now.
Okay. And but just looking at that just shows that you must have a pretty hard So I know that there's more to it just strength. Are they a technique
Mark,
that you?
I'll interrupt you there. I did see her firsthand at the 2A sectional of Bell County, and I'll be the first one to tell you I would walk away if she was killing the ball towards me. I ain't going to. I mean, I've seen it firsthand.
So did you see the floor crack and all that stuff?
I believe they're doing some repair. They had to do some repair work from how hard she did it.
Well, I had to, Edward. I had to scrub the floor after that night because of it.
Well, I mean, to kill the ball and well, spike it, kill it as hard as you do. So you would say if you was really, really mad before a game that people should stay away from you, or you're going to hit the ball that much more harder?
Yeah, probably.
So an old guy like me or Edward probably don't need to get in your way if you're,
No.
I'm kind of young, but I wouldn't.
I think Ryan's trying to challenge you right there.
Nope.
Candy said you can bring it up there anytime. She's ready for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ryan's trying to challenge you there. I'm just saying,
I'll be
Candy.
still.
You know, you talk about your season and your season's going well, and um, what would it take? And we know what your team goals are. You know, to be the last team standing statewide. That's always any team's goal. But what is it going to take for you to get there?
We're just gonna have to work on just stuff we've been like struggling with. If there's anything that we have been, just keep putting in the work every day at practice, and just work on communication, and just other stuff like that, and just come together as a team and have really good teamwork.
So, you know, you've been a student athlete and a very talented student athlete at that. Um, how hard is it for you just to be just an everyday student and still play sports, you know, like you do, and just juggle all that during the course of a day?
It's not too hard. I do struggle with it sometimes whenever like I'll have practices or games after school, and I also have homework that I have to do. It'll put me staying up late and having to work on it, and then not getting enough sleep at night and being like tired for school the next morning.
Are there any other sports you play?
Um, I'm playing basketball and softball this year. I've not played those the past 2 years. I just needed a break from them, and I came back to play them again.
So, are you excited, ready to go for them two sports now?
I am, yes.
But Edward, Ryan,
As she was getting above the net, I can just imagine her playing basketball. So, I mean, just say.
Edward says you've got some hops, and some of the video I've seen, it looks like you get up pretty good. Um, could you dunk a basketball if you had a really good jump at it?
I don't know about that one.
Could you get the rim? I bet you get the rim, could you?
I think I can only get the net.
Oh. Well, Edward says he got some
She's
hops.
being.
So
I think she's being generous.
yeah, I think she's being generous. I've seen some of the pictures where, like, literally half her body's like, here's a net and here's half her body. I mean, yeah, so she's got some hops.
But right.
Take a look at your remaining schedule. You got some pretty tough matchups there. What's it going to how's this rest of the schedule going to test you for the district tournament play?
We're just gonna be real humble about it and just not go into anything like cocky or like open-minded. Like just be open-minded about stuff. Know that the other teams are gonna fight as hard as they can, but we're gonna come out and fight harder and win them.
And then before the season started, when you saw your schedule, what was one game that you could not wait to play in?
Probably against Barberville, because it's a big town rival. It's always like a good game to be there and watch, and it's just fun playing against them.
And then Mark and Edward knows where I'm going with this because I always ask it, and Mark is smiling because of it. What's your favorite restaurant to eat at in Barberville? I know that, and there's not many of them because I live in Barberville.
All five of them in Barberville, maybe six.
It has to be Two Amigos for me. It's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, and we're going to tell on Edward Hill. He does not eat Mexican, but he eats Taco Bell.
Wow.
Well, there's a reasoning behind that, and that's because I can't read nothing on the menu.
Candy, would you tell him when it comes to Mexican, it's nothing but burrito, taco, and rice? It might be a burrito deluxe, a taco deluxe, a taco delicado, or a burrito delicado with nacho. It's something like that, but it's all burritos and tacos. Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Well, see, if I'm gonna do taco or burrito, I'm gonna go to Taco Bell, get it quicker, and be on to my next stop.
See what we go through, Candy. Just yeah. I
We
try
don't
to get
understand.
guests. I try to get guests on to educate him, and it's he plays music behind the scenes, and yes, yeah. But Candy, do you like eating Chinese?
I don't know if I've ever had it before.
Oh, so you not ate the King Buffet or the Wild Wing or any of them? Okay.
No.
But I bet if you went to one, I bet you would probably try some of the stuff out, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. I took Edward to Wild Wing for his first time. You know what he ate?
What?
10 fortune cookies.
And he's forgetting to mention I was like 6-year-old.
That's his story.
I
That's
was like
his story.
6-year-old. I'm a very, very extremely picky eater. So I mean, I don't even eat cheese on my hamburger. That's how picky I am.
Yeah, he goes to McDonald's and he says, I want a cheeseburger without the cheese. Yeah, that's
I do not. I say double hamburger. But looking at your stats, because that's about all that I can do nowadays. Because if I got out there trying to do what you're doing, I'm gonna pull a hip, twist an ankle or something, be flopping like a fish, and nobody wants to see all that. But with the stats that has been uploaded right now, you've got 170 kills and 112 digs. So how do you balance it out like you have been?
I just try to be everywhere I can on the court and just do what my team needs me to do for them.
So I'm gonna have to ask you a question. Every time we have a volleyball athlete on our show, we have a word called bonk that comes up. So during your practices, how many times has the coach got hit with you all doing like kill drills?
Not often. I've hit her a few times in the head before. Yeah.
So what happens when that happens?
She did tell us one time that if we hit her, then we get some ice cream, and that's honestly kind of been my goal to do that.
If you hit her, you get ice cream.
Yeah, she'll buy some ice cream from like Dairy Queen.
Wow. Can men ever try that competition? Can you actually just like throw the ball at her or something, or do you?
No, it has to be a hard hit.
Oh,
It can't be a little soft hit. It has to be hard.
That takes me out of the question.
That's a brave coach. Bring it here. Hit it hard. Yeah. That's braver than me.
So I am going to have to ask you, when did you realize you had the love for volleyball like you do?
Probably whenever I started going to my sister's games and they were always playing it around the house. And it just it brought me to love the sport, and I've stuck with it ever since then.
So what would you consider as your favorite all around aspect about volleyball?
Honestly, just being around a good group of girls, having friends that are always there for me, always rooting for me to do my best, and just yeah.
So I got one more question before I'll give you back over to Mark. During the course of your game that I got to see in, your entire team, your bench, you all had super high energy the entire course of the game. How do you all keep your energy level so high?
We always just are just trying to have the high energy, because if we notice one of the girls is down on herself, we always just cheer her up so we can have that high energy, because it helps us play better.
Absolutely. But Mark, I know you got a few things up there.
Kenny, of course, you said that you're doing a couple other sports this year, a couple sports you hadn't did in a couple of years. And we know what kind of athlete you are, because Edward has spoke highly of you now for several years. And so to the next step, whenever you decide to take it and when you go to making commitments and stuff like that, if they approach you, hey, would you like to be a 2-sport star? Would that be something you would consider at the next level?
I feel like it would be very tough to do that, but I feel like if I put in the work, I would be able to do that if I wanted to.
So you would consider it? The phones will be blowing up on you tonight. If they know, yeah, you're gonna play plenty of sports for us. Okay, yeah, you ought to shut your phone off tonight now. But just a great interview. Thank you for coming on. Keep on keeping on. And I've seen some of them pictures. I think you could get up there on the rim And you're going to be a force to be reckoned with down low, and some people try to shoot over you, especially the hops you got. Yeah, you're going to probably be no, no, you'll go from leading in kills to like leading in blocks, because there are going to be very few that's going to be able to shoot over that kind of jumping ability. But that being said, we're going to ask you a favor from you, if possible, before you go. I know that you're doing something right now, and I should ask permission, but I believe you're at a birthday party, right?
We just finished eating dinner.
Well, and happy birthday to the little one, and which I'm sure that was just great to be able to do that. So happy birthday. But and I'm not gonna talk about my birthdays. My birthdays worry me. At this age, it's love your birthday. You get my age, you know, birthdays are scary. Yeah, I'd rather watch Friday the 13th before I have a birthday. It's just yeah. But that being, but we're gonna ask a favor from you. I don't know if you've seen what we put the young people before you doing, but last year we went to our field of 64. We didn't put basketball teams on. We did restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
And Texas Roadhouse won our national championship. Thank you, Texas Roadhouse. Still no coupons. But again, Texas, we did a lot of good for Texas Roadhouse. And they won the national championship. So then we decided to go on favorite sports movies. So we're going to ask you to vote on sports movies if you can. And then Edward will show you a few things and then we'll let you out of here.
Okay.
Bull Durham against Rocky Four.
Rocky 4.
I know Kitty was like that. If she can't kill it on your head, she just knock you out like Rocky would. 42 against Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights.
I like Friday Night Lights. Good movie. The Longest Yard, that ain't the Adam Sandler version. That's like the 1974 version. That's probably about 30 years before your time. The Burt Reynolds version against the Waterboy.
Waterboy.
And then We Are Marshall against Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
I think Happy Gilmore is going to pull away tonight. I just have a feeling.
So, Kennedy, we do tend to put together a couple graphics for each student athlete that comes on our show, and this is kind of our way of saying thank you for taking your time. But I'm going to ask you for a favor. Out of the two graphics that I've made, kind of let me know which one of the two you like the most.
Okay. Okay. I think I like the second one better with the lightning.
The lightning strikes.
His head got bigger.
He's bribed both of our guests tonight.
I'll pay you later on, Kenny. Next paycheck. Unless Edward lets me borrow some money.
But these will be posted on our social media sites, and I'll get these over to Mark to get out to you. But Kennedy, I do personally want to thank you for taking your time to come on, and I've got to see you and your team firsthand. Y'all are killing it, and I'm looking forward to getting to get out there and cover yous again, and I just want to wish you and your team best of luck the remaining part of your season.
Thank you.
Ryan.
Just I want to say best of luck rest of the season, and just go get it.
Thank you.
They both said exactly what I was going to say. You got a good head on your shoulders. You got it going on. School's going good for you. You're starting a couple of sports, not new sports, but sports that you did in the past. I'm sure that you're going to have a lot of people calling your phone about, hey, come visit their school. Come visit their school. Know you're a super athlete, and just keep doing what you're doing, and the future's bright for you, and everything will fall right in place.
Thank you.
That was a good interview. That was a good interview. And Robert says, "Good seeing you in DeVille Friday night, Eddie." He called you Eddie.
Hey, it was good. It was good being there Friday, Rob. So you might be seeing me again pretty soon.
That's a good win for the DeVille over there, and a really good win for them. Played a really good Harlan team, and I think the Battle of 119. That's always you roll your sleeves up. That's that both teams are going to get at it hard, and just a good game.
Absolutely.
But that being said, and I know, and the world has been waiting for it, and we're fixing to release it right here, right now, at this moment. The new RP5. It started last year. We ain't worried about the RP. We're only worried about the RP5. Okay, RP5. Football and volleyball is like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like Ryan. I wish football would hurry up post. I wish volleyball would hurry up post. So hopefully they'll hurry up and do the RPI dim sports. But so far we got boys and girls soccer. So here you go with the RP5. I'll let Ryan post either or up, and then we'll speak a little bit about it. And Ryan, I'll let you read them off because that looks awful small on my computer.
I may have to go to will you send it to Messenger where I can read it?
Well, I think
it's one is OBI, 2 is North Laurel, 3 is Whitley County, 4 is South Laurel, 5 is Corbin, and this is the KHSAA 13th Region Boys Soccer RP5.
RP5. And again, this is subject to change, and you can see on the very bottom of it, this thing is subject to change per hour. So you can see this now, and then an hour later it can be completely different. I think they update that every hour.
See, Rob could even read it.
Yeah. See, well, thank you, Coach Daniels, but
it is smaller on my computer than it is on my phone.
Hard to argue with the RP5. If you're a North Laurel fan, I'm sure that North has beat OBI head to head. So, but again, this ain't a ranking. This ain't nothing to do with us. This is just the RPI. It just they put all their math together, and this is what they say. And head to head has a lot to do with it, but there's other factors into it. But all 5 of them are really, really good teams. But Edward, Ryan, you got anything to say about it?
I mean, I totally agree. I mean, we could be looking at this next week, and it to be totally different.
So I'm gonna try to pull it back up, as long as I got the right one. Yeah. So I have got to see most of these teams firsthand. I got to watch every one of these teams firsthand last season, but this season I've got to see Whitley County. So I'm gonna have to, harp on them a little bit. Looks like they, from what I've seen, they've got great defense, great speed. They play well as a unit, and again, the RPI it's something hard to argue with, because it takes in a lot of factors on getting that. And, I have to say that the RPI always speaks volume at the end.
Yeah. Now shifting the girls, and this might make Middlesboro folks pretty happy.
So you've got
go ahead.
Number 1 is Middlesboro. Number 2 is North Laurel. Number 3 is Whitley County. Number 4 is Corbin, and number 5 is Bell County.
Again, it's hard to argue against the RPI, and a lot of, just like Everett said, there's a lot of math that goes in it. This is not our rankings, folks. This is through the KHSAA, and this is their mathematical stuff that ranks this. But when you look at it, Millsboro is very deserving of that. And Ryan, you might want to look at the head to head, but I think North got Millsboro also. So again, that's another where they're second and actually beat the team that's in first.
Yeah, you are
Uh,
correct. They get them about a couple weeks ago. North
so
beat them five to
again,
two.
but again, this is not a ranking, and I'm sure any North Laurel folks will say it doesn't matter what what you know this is about. This is just the RPI. It's a lot of mathematics, but again, it's hard to argue with it. The RPI normally speaks for itself a lot more in football than it probably does in any other sport. But the RPI is pretty close.
Oh yeah, I mean I totally agree. I mean, like I said for the boys here, uh, this is subject to change either a week from now or tomorrow. This depends on what goes on.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I've seen Middlesboro and Bell County, firsthand this season. But, RPI plays in a factor of also, the win loss record, the teams that you play, that a lot of that gets factored into RPI. But Middlesboro does have a lot of speed. Their defense is phenomenal. And about any player at any given time can make a go for you on Middlesboro because I have seen them firsthand. In Bell County, they're the same way. Bell County is young and poised to make a run, and that's going to be a team that everybody's, going to be hoping they don't see during their district and region times. And I did get to see, North Whitley and Corbin last season, and but again, RPI always plays out in the end.
So there we go. Everybody was waiting for the RP5. So you got the RP5. You didn't get all four of them. Hopefully, volleyball and football posts pretty soon. Football's going to be interesting, folks. And before we go to voting on their movies and giving their final comments, this weekend has been different from most weekends. We can go from Friday night, we can go to Saturday to what we're seeing today. The high school football was crazy. I was high on North Laurel folks. I'm that much more higher on North Laurel folks. After seeing them firsthand, North Laurel will absolutely make a major run at it in 5A. You heard it here first. They are very, very good folks. And then Saturday, I don't even want to even think about Kentucky football at this point. I don't really have a word for it other than I've been a Soups fan since day one, but it's at the point, it's clear, it's time for change. And can we afford to buy out? Can we not afford to buy out? I don't know. But something needs to happen. This team is liable to go 0-8 in conference. I think giving them one win in the SEC for the past 2 years. And that it's time. I felt it really, really bad Saturday night. And the sad part about it is, folks, in football, we are good in every position. We got good running backs, good wide receivers, good offensive line, good defensive line, good defensive back, a good kicking game. We got a field goal kicker that's not missed a field goal all year. But one position, arguably the most important position, is a position we've not been covering too well the last few years, and it's come back and got us. If you don't think that position is important, go ask Vanderbilt how important that position is. Vanderbilt looks like world beaters right now.
So Bobby D said, Ryan, my little boy just seen you and said that's my teacher's brother, LOL. Said he's Miss Sexton's brother. Well, what about that, Ryan?
Ryan getting some love, very deserving love.
Absolutely. Speaking of love, I got to give a little bit of love to the Veal. I went down there Friday to the Battle of 119, and I'm pretty sure Rob will know this a little bit better than me, but I think that's one of the state's longest running rivals.
It is.
From start to finish, Pineville just never looked back, and that's basically the easiest way to explain that game. They came out explosive on defense, came out explosive on offense. I mean, they just – I don't think no girls called me. I think it was Rob, even though I'd been covering their cross country. But that's besides the point. But I will have to say that Pineville is that their football team made a huge statement there Friday. But it ain't softball season yet, Rob.
And to go into Sunday, all I've got to say about Sunday is it's tattooed on my arm right here. I can't see it. I can't see it at all. I can't get a good angle. Right there. Yeah. It's tattooed on my arm. It's in my skin. Even if they backed into it, it's in my skin. But congratulations to the Cincinnati Reds. Now you got to go to L.A. But Edward, Ryan, you got anything to say about the weekend? Saturday, Sunday, Edward. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Ryan.
Well, you can tell them, my bad, Rob. But I was still coming around in different areas, still seeing the Veal run cross country, though. Which are photos can be seen at All Sports Media Photography, by the way.
Way to get that in there, Edward. Yeah.
I had to throw that out there. So I'm going to let you go.
Saturday or Sunday highlights or ride?
So I'm going to let you go with my week. Got to see, like I said, a phenomenal football game Friday down there at Pineville. Got to see some stud athletes play, some of the sports that they love the most. Then Saturday, I make the travel to Harlan County for the coach. It was two different meets into one, like the Area 9 Championship and the Coach Bob Memorial Invitational cross country meet, also in Harlan County. And it was different. From the first time I was there, it seemed like they changed the course a little bit. You had a lot more schools there this time. You had Middlesboro, Bell County, Pineville, I think it's Johnson County, Phelps. Yeah, the list goes on for days. Jenkins. And, of course, photos can also be captured on All Sports Media Photography. But I will have to say I got to give credit where credit is due. I felt bad for the varsity boys because it came an absolute monsoon. They had to sit there in the blistering sun all day long, and then they get to run in an absolute monsoon to try to run through that race. And I didn't capture no photos there because, I'm sugar. I'll melt, so I had to hurry up and get out of the rain.
Or you'd have caught them photos in All Sports Media.
Well, you can catch the boys elementary, girls elementary, mixed middle, and girls varsity, and what part of boys varsity I got to take on All Sports Media Photography. Free and shareable for everybody.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
And just remember.
And there's some, and so Rob knows that some of his players that are around, they can also find the Pineville football game on All Sports Media Photography. And there's also a Pineville volleyball game that can be found on All Sports Media Photography.
Right. Anything on your weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Any thoughts before we go to voting? Getting some free air time there, yeah.
No, I really didn't do much, but a little bit down under the weather on Saturday, so I didn't go nowhere. But I am, yes, I did watch the game today. I'm more focused on the Mets and Marlins game than I did the actual Reds game because I just wanted them to lose. So, but I will bring up this. Of course, I'll be having to work during the game Friday, but what could be, me and Mark was talking, could be probably the game of the year if you look at it, happening right up on Lawn Mountain Friday night. And I did make this graphic on the fly.
That will be a really good one. And that brings me up to, I believe, Bell's next game. And Everett's getting some pre-advertising there.
Well, nobody can see it because you got a graphic up.
All right, let me take it off for this second.
Yeah. See,
but now them are some awesome shots for sure. But quote me if I'm wrong. Bell has Rockcastle County this week, and then they got Knox Central next week. Right?
That is, you're correct.
Folks, Knox Central just beat Hazard. That team has made a complete 360 from game one to what they are now. And I will be the first to tell you, if Bell County don't bring their A games this coming week and next coming week, both of them teams are more than capable of coming out with wins. And Bell's they've got their hands full, but Bell bring it. They'll be ready. But both them games are going to be good to watch.
Yeah, and I did the history on that. I guess you could call rivalry game. Bell does own the since 1999, I believe, thought the KSW scoreboards would let us go back. They own the 18-10 record. The scoring margins for the Mountains margin victory for both scores. Bell is a 26.5 average margin of victory. Rockcastle is only a 14.2. So, I mean, but you look at, I believe the numbers, when you look at them scores, them numbers can be misleading on how close these two teams are every year.
It's just awesome rivalry. And I was at Rockcastle County, I'm not going to say high school, I'm going to say middle school, where their football field's at. And folks, if you've not taken a trip down there, go down there and look at what they're doing down there. That place is going to be absolutely beautiful. It ain't stands on the side anymore. They've got concreted in bleachers. They've got a nice little concession area there. They're building another little press box deal. That's entirely a different area now. They put turf down. It's not the Rockcastle County of old. They put some serious money in that over there, and the products on the field. But a lot of sports going on, and oh, by the way, Cincinnati, go to LA and sweep them. No, who cares if they've got a $500 million salary, team salary, and you might have a $10 million salary. Show them that the small markets can compete. And the old guy that's like good at pitching and good at hitting and good at everything over there. I'm having a brain hiccup over there. Somebody help me here.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name because I cannot.
Yeah.
Otani or whatever his name is.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's gonna be fun. At least the Reds got there. But that being said, we ready to vote, so then we can give our final statements and get out of here.
All right. Let me try to get them up here.
Rocky Four. Rocky Four. I work like Rocky every day. I'm up there. I'm picking the rocks up. I'm running up and down the mountain. Rocky Four. Edward?
He's not doing a single bit of that, but I'm going Rocky Four.
Yeah, that's who I went with as well.
I like the movie 42. I like the historical point about it, but I'm going Friday Night Lights here. Just I love that show. Pyramid High School, folks. Texas high school football. It's a religion down there. Pyramid High School. It's a religion down there.
I'm going Friday Night Lights.
And that's who I went with as well.
Carter.
I like baseball. I like the baseball movie, but there's just something about that football movie that's during football season that it's just like there's no words to say.
Me being as old as I am, this is much tougher on me than what you think. I like the longest short version of Burt Reynolds. I really do. I probably even like the Burt Reynolds version better than I like the newer version. But I'm older than dirt. But that being said, I'm still going Waterboy. Yeah, I'm still going Waterboy.
I'm going Waterboy also.
Yeah, I'm going to go Waterboy as well.
I just found out that Edward is honorary because of his medulla oblongata.
Which that's because I ain't got no toothbrush because I got all them teeth.
Happy Gilmore, and I love the movie We Are Marshall, but I'm on the Happy Gilmore train.
I love We Are Marshalls also, but you can't go wrong with Adam Sandler and Happy Gilmore.
That's who I went with as well. This was a hard matchup for me, but I just had to go with Happy Gilmore. It's too funny.
So, Ryan, while you're giving us your tallies, Edward, I think I'll let you do the unless you got our tallies right now for us.
All right, Edward, go ahead. I'm almost done here.
Before I give my final quote, I got to hear the tallies. My quote might change.
Okay, I got it now. The first one, Rocky 4 won 6-1. The next one is Friday Night Lights won 6-2. The Waterboy won 9-0. And then Happy Gilmore won 9-3.
So the cream is rising to the crop. I could see this coming.
So I'll let you know next week I have a very, very busy schedule. Monday I have elementary cross country at Middlesboro High School, Middlesboro All Comers. Then Tuesday I have the mixed middle and the varsity cross country at Middlesboro. So I'll be at 2 days worth of cross country on Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday is the live show if I'm still kicking by then. And Friday, if nothing happens or nothing changes, I will be making the short drive to Corbin for football. And then just to throw it out there, October 25th, I will be making a long journey to Morgan County to cover cross country. So that's put out there. But I'm going to leave you with this. Every champion was once a contender who refused to give up. Rocky Balboa.
Hey, yo, Adrian, go pour me some coffee.
It's not about how hard you can get, but it's how hard you can take a hit and get back up. Rocky Balboa.
Absolutely.
Be like
Can't go
water,
wrong.
Ryan.
Can't go wrong with Rocky.
I was trying to get my quote to pull up on my phone, but I've not got it on the Wi-Fi. But my two final ending scenes. We're in the meat of football season right now, and get ready to end another sport, and so on, Dale. But go out and cover these athletes. They deserve to be covered. Don't just sit at the house because you don't want to go out and watch because they're on Facebook. Go out and cover them anyway. And my final quote is, if I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. The great Martin Luther King Jr.
Can't go wrong with Martin Luther King, for sure. Absolutely. In 1991, and hopefully my year is right, my memory is right, the Cincinnati Reds was very, very high. I don't know how you can put it, was maybe some of the biggest underdogs ever in World Series history. Going against a team by the name of Oakland A's at the time that had the Bash brothers on them. Mark McGuire, Jose Canseco, Ricky Henderson. They had a pitcher that was really, really good that year, and I can't think of his name at all. The Reds was big time underdogs and beat them in 4 games. If that team can do it, this year's team can win it all too. They're coming together at the right time. I don't have nothing emotional or anything, any wisdom or wise words, but the only time I'm going to say is go Reds. And number 2, when I was saying Kentucky needs change, I'm not saying throw Coach Stoops out the door. That's all got to do with Kentucky and alumni. When I say change, you know what's going to turn Kentucky football around? Go ask Vanderbilt. Just need one guy. One guy can be that big of a difference on a team. Ask the New England Patriots.
Well,
Ask the
Tim Couch is too old, Mark. He just can't do it.
That's true.
Yeah, the post going around is it's not true.
But there are some changes that need to be done with Kentucky football, and hopefully they're done in positive ways. And if it does lead to any kind of firings or whatever, hopefully the fan base will understand that Coach Stoops had a heck of a run here. And again, go Reds, go Kentucky, go all of our teams in the state. We love you all. We wish everybody would win every week, but it don't always work out that way. But just good luck to all of our local teams and teams all across the state. But that being said, from the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media, good night and God bless.